Assalamu alaikum friends. Here we are back. I'm Saryamin and I'm taking your maths class here. I'm associated with Ilminate education system. And you are aware that Ilminate education system is an authentic education system and organization which is providing marvelous services to the students in every level, especially O levels and A levels of CAI examination, and in every subject. I am a part of it, and I'm here for maths O levels with the subject code 4024. So again, today I'm here with one of the topic of maths, and that is sets and Venn diagram. Starting with sets and Venn diagram, basically this is a topic related to the paper one, and it does not need any help of the calculator because in this we don't get to have the calculation. We normally do the things in a way which can be done without the use of the calculator also. Therefore, it is specifically taken as a topic of paper one. But it can come in paper two as well, with some difficulty level higher than the normal one. Okay. Starting with the first thing, sets is normally considered to be collection of objects. Simple. We don't need to know the definition, but it is simply a collection of objects. It can be numbers, it can be symbols, it can be alphabets, it can be names, it can be words, anything. It is first of all represented with the help of a single capital letter, and it is encaptured in this curly brackets. But suppose if you cannot draw the curly brackets, then you can draw the simple brackets as well. It will not be a question in which you will not be marked. But if suppose you are not able to draw this curly bracket, you can simply draw a simple bracket also. Now, any value which is taken inside, suppose it is like this, they are all called elements. Like 3 is an element, 4 is an element, 5 is an element. The first thing that we should know before starting with any related topic of the sets is we should be aware of all the symbols that we use, because those symbols are very much essential to be known. And if you don't know them, then you won't be able to recognize the questions requirement. The first symbol is this symbol, which is a Greek letter, epsilon. We normally call it E. This refers to this statement belongs to. For example, if 4 is an element of A, we write 4 belongs to the set A. Suppose if I write 8 belongs to A, then it is wrong here, because 8 does not belong to this A. So what we do is we just put a cross on this epsilon sign. That shows 8 does not belong to A. Second element, second symbol that should be known is small n. It tells us the number of elements For example, if it is said find n of A, it means they are asking you to find how many elements are there in A. We'll just count 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we write the answer as 4. Remember that this 4 will not be kept in the brackets because it is just the counting. It is not an element which is present in a set, or it is not a part of the set. Number 3, this symbol. This symbol is called a null set. Null set is also known as empty set. Instead of the symbol, we can just put two brackets like this also. But just keep this in mind that we cannot have this here. This is wrong. These two are the correct statements. Number 4, this symbol. That would be subset. Subset means a small set, a part of a set. Like suppose if I write B, and this B contains part of the set A, which is 3, 4, 5, 6. Suppose if I'm taking 3 and 6. So 3 and 6 are a part of this A, and it is in B. So we say that this set B is a subset of this set A. The subset or the smaller set is always written at this end, while the bigger set, which is called the superset, is written on the open end. We can write it on the other way around also. Keeping this in mind, the subset will always be at the closer end, and at the open end, the superset will be there, the big set will be there. Then another very important symbol is this symbol. This is called universal set. Universal set is a part of every question, and it is said to be the biggest set of the question. It is always given in the beginning of the question. All the other sets should be the subset of the universal set. For example, suppose if we take a question here in this way. We write all the natural numbers less than 11. A, all odd numbers. B, all prime numbers. C, multiples of 5. So that means the first requirement of the question can be list the elements of all sets. Listing means they are given in the description, but we don't exactly know what numbers are there. So we have to make them in a way that we can understand what values are there. For example, now the universal set will be natural numbers less than 11, meaning starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, till 10, because less than 11 means 11 is not included. Then A, odd numbers. We said that all the other sets should be the part of or the subset of the universal set. So it should be all the odd numbers which are included here in the universal set. No element will be outside that. So it will be 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Prime numbers. 2, 3, 5, 7. Again, they must be from the same. C, multiples of 5, 5, and 10. That's it. Now all the lists are there. So this is the way that we do the requirement if it is given as listing of the values. Now coming back to the symbols, we are doing process symbols because they are in the sets and Venn diagram. There are 3 parts of the topic. First of all, the symbols that we are doing currently. And the second one will be the Venn diagram, and the third one will be the word block. We are doing today, right now, the symbols related to the question. Okay, after the universal set, the symbol will be U, which is said to be the union. Union means a combination. Union symbol can only be used with at least 2 sets. Like here in this question, I'm taking the example, and that will be taken here. The elements. Find the values. We just need to simply find number A union C. Now just see how it is done. First of all, the union symbol is in between the 2 values A and C, so we have to take the 2 values of the sets, names of the sets, and the elements of the set. So let's see, when you combine them together, A and C, we just take it from 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 5, 10. We combine all of them together. It is better to write them in the sequence, otherwise it's not necessary. It's just better. If we are writing it in the sequence, just keep this in mind, that the values of the numbers, the values which are coming in both, shall not be written more than once. Like I'm writing it down, just check. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 10, and then the bracket close. See, I've combined all the elements here. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 was already there in A, and 5 and 10 was there. The 5 is common in both. So I've written 5 once and taken that 10 from C and added here in this set. So now it becomes a complete and a combined set of A and C together. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 10. If suppose they would have asked N of A intersection, N of A union C, it means After doing this, we have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll write 6 here. Another symbol, upside down U, that is called intersection. And that means picking out only common. It is also to be written in between at least 2 sets. Now just see, if it is said find B intersection C N. It means, first of all, we should take out the intersection C. The intersection C means what is common in between B and C. We just see what is common. We can see that only 5 is common in both. So we write 5 here. And that should be written in the set because it is a set. But now the answer is N of B intersection C. So we should count the element of this, that is 1, and we write here as 1. That will be your answer. Okay, so next one. And that is the last in the symbols. The symbol apostrophe is called complement. Complement simply means other than. Easily see, it should be other than that value on which it is there. For example, if it is asked here, find a complement, then we need to have all the values which are not in A. But if it is not in A, then where it should be? It should be in the universal set. So what we do is, it is actually the universal set minus this. So we'll take out from the universal what is left. So it will be 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Okay, so that means these values are there which are to be taken, and these symbols should be kept in mind. So as I said, that this is the first part of the Sets and Venn diagram. So I am right now stopping it here. We'll continue in the next video of it, which will be continued for the Sets and Venn diagram, the second part of it. I hope you have understood the things, and the main thing is that memorize all the symbols because they will be used in every question of the sets, and they should be memorized in this way, that you go through the recording of mine again and again, and you will definitely get it in your memory. I hope this video have been a source for the facilitation for you, and it had been a source for increasing your knowledge. And mostly, and most important thing, that you will be able to do the questions of the past papers after taking this explanation. Okay, so till your next video, best of luck, take care, and Allah Hafiz.